masterclass, The Light Energy Blueprint, a cutting-edge science to overcome fatigue and supercharge your energy. What if I could show you a simple blueprint for overcoming fatigue and supercharging your body's energy levels? What if you could literally double your energy levels and have enough energy to do everything you ever wanted? What if you woke up every day excited and energized, in love with your life again? What if there were a way to rewire your cells for resilience, disease resistance, longevity, high energy levels? And what if it were possible to reverse mitochondrial dysfunction and build a high energy body? Hi, I'm ASLANIS, and I have helped thousands of people overcome fatigue and increase their health. I'm a health advocate, LifeWave ambassador, certified in phototherapy patches, creator of the e-learning heart-to-heart awarded world leader in 2010-11. I'm here to give you science-based strategies after recent research on energy blueprint to start increasing your energy levels dramatically within days. There is a hidden epidemic in our world right now, a chronic lack of energy, and it's wrecking people's lives. People are fatigued, stressed, burned out, they're exhausted, anxious, depressed, plagued with brain fog. They have lost the sex drive and passion in their relationships. They are dragging themselves through the day with sugar and caffeine, borrowing energy from tomorrow to pay for today. They're stuck on the couch watching life go by because they just don't have enough energy to do the things they want to do. In short, people are becoming bankrupt in the most essential ingredient to having a truly good life: no energy. I have spent the last 25 years of my life utterly abreast with the science of health. This isn't just a passive interest of mine, it's my lifelong passion and obsession. 15 years ago, I joined forces with the science of the wearable light technology of LifeWave and top health experts and renowned doctors and practitioners with one single goal in mind: to create a real science-based solution for fatigue, to advance our understanding of the causes of fatigue and pioneer new protocols that help people overcome fatigue and living a life with abundant energy. After many years of hard work, I believe that our team of experts has developed the most powerful energy enhancement systems in existence. The protocol of chronic fatigue, tiredness, using portable and wearable light with cutting-edge technology that exists today. And I'm proud to say it's quickly becoming recognized as the world's top program for people looking to overcome fatigue and increase their energy levels. For me, this work has been a life's dream come true, and I'm blessed and honored to say that I have been able to help thousands of people overcome fatigue, get their health and energy back, and in many cases, get their life back. In this masterclass training, which you have right now as my gift to you, I will be cutting through the pseudoscience and BS that they're out there, and I will be giving you the map of the real factors that cause fatigue. Most importantly, I'm going to give you powerful science-based strategy solutions that go far beyond the typical stuff you had get from your doctor, health coach, or even functional medicine practitioner. This strategy will show you exactly how to make fatigue a thing of your past and create a body and brain that are absolutely bursting with energy all day, every day, and achieve it while you avoid the lies, myths, and misinformation coming at you from all directions. Here's a small sampling of what you're going to learn in this masterclass training. The circadian rhythm, the mitochondria, the autophagy, the brain dysfunctioning and what it involves, a scientific method using light to improve health. What are the frequency sticker patches that help with our body? The 7 key energy habits that build a high energy body. And finally, the big secret, our phototherapy protocol. And much more than that. You find testimonials in my blog and Facebook group, True Stories. And I have to say that this information has changed many lives, because this is a life-changing information. People are amazed. I'm here to help you receive results like this in your own life, to overcome fatigue and supercharge your brain and body. So you are in the right place, because I'm about to show you the most powerful system in existence to overcome fatigue and build a high energy body. Whether you have been struggling with severe, debilitating chronic fatigue, or you're going through chronic stress that has you feeling burnt out, full of anxiety, empty of passion, emotionally flat, and dragging yourself through the day, even if you're already pretty healthy and you're just interested in learning the most cutting-edge science to take your energy to the highest levels humanly possible. Of course, feeling a little tired and wanting to lay down and rest after a long day of hard physical and mental work is totally normal. But being fatigued or feeling drained constantly is most definitely not normal. It's your body crying for help. So how do you know if you have just regular, normal tiredness, which is not a sign of anything wrong, or something that's a sign of much more serious problems? It turns out that there is a very specific set of signs and symptoms to know if you have normal tiredness versus more serious pathological fatigue. And here are the symptoms. Do these symptoms sound familiar? Tired or feel exhausted, anxiety, brain fog, brain-related fatigue after reading, driving, doing work, or another mental task, depressed or anxious frequently, gut issues, bloating, gas, abdominal pain, food intolerances, body achiness or pains, most exertional malaise, totally wiped out for a day or more after doing exercise, or cannot do exercise at all for this reason, addicted to sugar or need food every couple of hours to maintain your energy drops if you don't eat every few hours, can't sleep. And here is what I want you to see. If you're in this case where you have frequent fatigue during the day, brain fog and anxiety, trouble sleeping, can exercise, widespread pain, then you're likely you have chronic fatigue syndromes, or even something more seriously. Here's a test I want you to take. It's only gonna take 15 seconds. And we have, and according to your score, we're gonna see how you're doing. So rate yourself from 1 to 5 on the following statements, with 5 being the highest. Ready? Let's go. First, I'm physically fatigued or exhausted often. Do your score. Second, my mind feels slow and foggy. Score yourself. And third, I feel negative energy and emotions very frequently. Score yourself. Research from the High Performance Institute has found that higher scores of 10 and above on these three questions are linked with lower desire for taking on challenges, more likely to be apathetic and not pursue your goals, lower confidence in the face of adversity, poorer self-care habits, feeling less successful, less influence with others, and most importantly, the lower overall happiness in life. Basically, when your energy and brain function are poor, everything in your life will suffer. Being fatigued prevents you from being the person you're capable of being. And when it gets really bad and you feel trapped inside of a body and brain that just can't do what you want, it can wreck your life so badly that you feel there's nothing left to live for. Here's the guidelines from the American Family Physicians on fatigue. They give 4 treatment options for fatigue to conventional doctors. First, antidepressants. Second, stretching and walking. Third, stimulants, caffeine and modafinil. And fourth, cognitive behavioral therapy to interrupt negative thoughts. And there is one more thing I want to mention here. Blood tests are notoriously worthless in people with fatigue issues. Again, the guidelines from American Family Physician after the results on fatigue. They say results of laboratory studies affect management in only 5% of patients. So, 95% of the time, blood tests do not find anything useful to help you get better with your fatigue. Of course, there are many incredible doctors out there doing amazing work in a wide variety of fields. But unfortunately, when it comes to fatigue, with a few exceptions, of course, most conventional doctors really don't have much to offer. Unfortunately, the natural health community, holistic and functional medicine, which I generally associate with, also does not have very effective answers to those dealing with fatigue. It's all because their thinking on this topic has been dominated by the adrenal fatigue theory, which centers around the role of the adrenal glands and cortisol as being the central player in fatigue. But the key point is that the science does not support this theory that fatigue syndromes have any connection whatsoever to abdominal adrenal function or to low cortisol levels. So, if adrenal fatigue and low cortisol levels are not the key cause of fatigue, then what is it? It's the disrupted circadian rhythm, the single most common cause of fatigue. Yes, we're tied to the sun. We have a body clock that works according to the sun and according day and night. And what is circadian rhythm and why does it matter? Virtually all life on Earth has evolved to be in tune with the daily rhythm of light and dark cycles. Most organisms, including humans, have the metabolic, physiological, and behavioral processes synchronized to a 24-hour clock. And according to these external signals that tell us when it's day and when it's night, our biology orchestrates a symphony of hormonal, neurotransmitter, and behavior responses. This is the circadian rhythm. Affects our hormones, our energy, our alertness, our health and longevity, our sleep and rejuvenation, our stress and youth, and much more. Sleep quality and daytime energy are two sides on the same point linked to circadian rhythm. You have a lot of energy if you had a good night's sleep, and you had a very bad energy during the day if you had a bad night's sleep. And this is all because the circadian rhythm. It's all confused in our body, the day and night signal. I'm sure you have already heard people say, make sure to get your 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Okay, but there's a big problem. Just doing that is not enough, because circadian rhythm controls the depth and quality of your sleep and directly modulates wakefulness, energy hormones, and neurotransmitters. We can it's obvious and to see a disrupted circadian rhythm because it's underlined with insomnia, anxiety, and depression, poor mental and physical performance, overweight, obesity, and chronic fatigue and lethargy. An optimal circadian rhythm underlines deep and restful sleep, optimal mood, peak mental and physical performance, leanness, high energy. Things are very simple. When we're not getting enough of a daytime energy mode signal into our circadian clock in our brain during the daytime, when we should be getting it, and then when we're getting way too much of daytime energy mode signal at nighttime when we shouldn't be getting it. This is a disruption of circadian rhythm because the body clock is not getting the right signal and doesn't understand day and night. And if you have not been taking great care of your circadian rhythm, it's basically a guarantee that you're suffering from some degree of imbalance and dysfunction in these neurotransmitters, and that you're paying the price for it in terms of your mood, sleep, brain function, and energy levels. Look what disrupted circadian rhythm has been showing to contribute to inflammatory disease, dramatically weaken your immune system, increase risk of cancer and metabolic syndrome, increased risk of cardiovascular disease, increased levels of stress hormones like cortisol, predisposed to cancer and accelerate tumor growth, increased risk of psychiatric disorder and neurodegenerative diseases, seriously impair your memory, worsen a long list of other diseases and disorders, accelerate the aging process, increased rates of depression and anxiety, profoundly decrease energy levels and increase daytime sleepiness and fatigue, and dramatically increase your overall risk of dying from any cause. The disrupted circadian rhythm is linked with chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia, depression, anhedonia, which is lack of ability to feel pleasure, anxiety, mood disorders, daytime sleepiness, and this symptom is seen in all circadian rhythm disorders. We see the circadian rhythm fatigue. And there are 9 ways that we have to understand how a disrupted circadian rhythm leads to brain fog and fatigue. Weakens mitochondria, makes them susceptible to damage, causes gene expression changes, reduces autophagy, leads to energy stores in the brain not being replenished, disrupt hormones like leptin, thyroid hormones, cortisol, ghrelin, etc., damages blood sugar regulation, causes neurotransmitter imbalances, endocannabinoid system depletion, hinders the clearance of toxins from the brain, and autophagy and sleep. Autophagy only takes place during nighttime when we sleep. Think of autophagy as recycling on the cellular level. A big reason why disrupted circadian rhythm is linked to so many diseases, from cancer to Alzheimer's, to obesity, to fatigue, is that it suppresses autophagy. Our cells are not getting cleaned up. Cellular junk accumulation is a major driver of fatigue and aging. But this junk primarily accumulates precisely because we're not able to maintain autophagy. And poor autophagy leads to aging and fatigue. When autophagy is not working well, that means you're functioning tomorrow on today's cell components. That means proneness to disease and lower energy levels. And what about your mitochondria? Mitochondria is a huge issue, and they're not just energy generators. They actually have another vital role that has been a giant secret until now. They turn from energy mode, because they produce energy, to self-defense mode. Here's from a study from late Robert Naviol. He says, it turns out that when mitochondria detect danger to the cell, they shift first into a stress mode, then fight mode, that takes most of the energy-producing metabolic function of mitochondria offline. Let this sink in. If you have chronic lack of energy, that simply means that your mitochondria have been shifted away from energy mode towards defense mode. The mitochondria, they're not doing their job because they can't. They're working on defending yourself from the dangers. So your energy is not enough. They're not producing energy. As long as your mitochondria are still being forced to defend against threats, they cannot switch back into energy mode. So you must identify and eliminate the things that trigger defense mode. Your energy levels are simply a reflection of the degree that your mitochondria are mostly switched on or switched off. When they're switched on, they produce ATP, and when they are shut down, they are producing very little ATP. ATP is the energy. So the question to you is this: are your mitochondria switched into high energy mode, or are they switched into cell defense mode, where they shut down energy production? And that's how you feel tired. Got energy problems? This means your mitochondria are being forced to operate in defense too much. Got great energy? It's because you are allowing your mitochondria to operate in energy mode. This is a huge secret that most people don't know. And look here, what you see in your mitochondria. Melatonin supports melatonin. Melatonin supports mitochondria to produce different healthy things that the body needs, like glutathione. However, if we lack of melatonin, let's say if we sleep only 50% of what we should do every night, that means over time our mitochondria are going to become weaker and weaker because the lack of melatonin. And obviously they're going to switch into defense mode. And in this case, we're gonna start having the symptoms of fatigue. When you actually go and look at the science, you will be shocked to discover that there is actually a mountain of research showing the types of toxins that actually build up in our bodies and how many of them are known as mitochondrial toxicants. When taking long-term the toxins, we're dealing with a chronic burden of small exposure to literally 1,000 of different metals and chemicals on a daily basis. And if we don't regularly stimulate our detoxification pathways, these toxins absolutely build up in our bodies and cause damage to our liver and mitochondrial health, which translates to your poor energy. This is a very big deal, and it's absolutely 100% research-based that numerous different types of toxins have now been scientifically linked to fatigue and mitochondrial shutdown and damage. Also, maintaining clean cells is important to slowing aging and maintain healthy mitochondria, high energy levels as we get older, because our body's like a battery. Is it gonna be full or empty? And something that a lot of people don't know is that melatonin is 100 times more powerful to support the mitochondria than vitamin C or vitamin E. Let's talk about disrupting neurotransmitters because they have their meaning in our fatigue. Yes, brain-related symptoms common in people with fatigue are brain fog, depression, anxiety, migraines, psychological conditions, loss or resilience, fragility, chronic fatigue, mostly. Serotonin is very important because it supports the circadian rhythm. If we don't feel happy, pleasure, joy, our mood is not the right one, certainly our serotonin is down, and this is linked to circadian rhythm. Dopamine also has to do with our circadian rhythm. And it's something very important for our feelings, our pleasure, reward, motivation, our drive. We need dopamine. And GABA, it's our clock, our chronic clock, and leads to relaxation and calmness. We need this. And this we get only with the circadian rhythm. Orexin helps in energy and wakefulness. And yes, we need this during production of orexin during the nighttime. So we don't have the symptoms of poor orexin activity, which is fatigue and sleepiness. About the brain fog is a type of cognitive and dysfunction that involves memory problems, lack of ability to concentrate, lack of mental clarity, cloudy thoughts, all slowness of thought and processes. The first thing that is critical to understand is that these symptoms, brain fog, brain fatigue, loss of resilience, are not a normal thing. And it's not just a normal part of aging. It's because mostly lack of our sleep. So what can we do? There are 6 energy blueprint keys to fixing circadian rhythm and sleep. Get sunrise. Get sunlight during the first 30 minutes after you wake up. Get devices off and out of your room. Don't use your device before bedtime. Delay sleep onset. Disrupts the hormonal cascade that leads to happen before and during sleep. Decreases sleep efficiency. You should also avoid watching TV or using a computer or tablet at least an hour or 2 before sleep. If you do keep your devices in your room, make sure they're physically turned off along with your Wi-Fi router. Make sure your phone is nowhere near your head or brain for at least an hour before sleep. And also make sure you leave it on airplane mode and out of your room during sleep. In fact, the all-around smartest approach is to unplug all electronic devices within 6 feet of your bed, around 2 meters at night, and not have anything near you while you sleep. Also, make sure you sleep in complete darkness. It's important. Optimize your sleep time based on your chronotype. Many people think they are night owls and that their natural pattern is later than it is. Well, the studies say that this is not true. So make sure your optimal bedtime is probably 1 to 2.5 hours earlier than you think it is. Also, blue and green blocking glasses. Those kind of glasses, the red ones, are the ones that block the blue and green light. Green light is the sunlight, blue light is the artificial light we get from inside. Maybe those glasses, they're not so pretty for you, but they block blue and green light, and it's a good idea when you read at night to use them. Could be problems with most blue blockers. Those don't block blue light. They only block green light. Some of them don't even block green lights. But we have to make sure our glasses are wrapped around like this. There's glass on the side. I have found those glasses by safety blue for reading inside the house. They are wrapped up and the color is red, that's what we need to black, blue, and green light. Also, to help our bodies and optimize our health, we have to optimize our feeding window in order to amplify autophagy. Here's a study that it's very important for you because the findings, they have found that most people have a daily feeding window of 15 hours or longer. That means that all day they are eating. Most people fast each day only when they're sleeping, 8 or 9 hours. Most people consume the largest portion of their daily calories in the evening after 6 o'clock. In other words, after sunset in many cases, in addition to the very long feeding window. There are significant variation in meal timing patterns from weekdays to weekends, which they linked to metabolic jet lag. Obviously, over the weekends, people eat more and have a worse habit of eating. And lastly, shorter feeding windows have big benefits. When overweight individuals shorten their feeding window from greater than 14 hours feeding windows to 10 to 11 hours feeding windows, they lost fat, slept better, and improved their energy. Of course, there are many factors that exist which affect our energy levels. It's about our lifestyles. Let me mention some: stimulants and caffeine, autophagy, hormesis and exercise, circadian rhythm, nutrition, sleep, infection, ikigai, it's a philosophy of life, ACE, traumas we had in a younger age, water, sunlight, other diseases like thyroid conditions, heart disease, liver disease, diabetes, etc. Social life and relationship, chronic stress, alcohol, prescription, and over-the-counter drugs, toxins, exposures. But we can deal with each and every one of these. But how can we defend ourselves to maintain our energy levels? We need light energy tools for defense to optimize and recharge our health in cellular level. Those tools are the wearable phototherapy technology patches provided only by LifeWave. What is phototherapy? A scientific method using light to improve health. What are these sticker patches? They use infrared light from your body and reflect certain wavelengths to stimulate certain nerves to produce health benefits. And here's the solution. Here's what you can achieve from our secret protocol we use. It's a secret phototherapy protocol. First, circadian rhythm and sleep optimization, and eliminate triggers. Second, we're going to rewire your brain out of stress mode to energy mode. Third, you will be introduced to energy blueprint diet and mitochondrial for mitochondrial degeneration, to heal and seal your gut. You will be introduced to science-based detox to rebuild your cellular engine. Those are the strategies, but these strategies alone often massively improve people's energy levels, and especially so for people with sleep issues. These methods are 100% backed by science and are proven to work. And this is the first and only complete scientific solution to energy enhancement. Believe it or not, there are now over 5,000 peer-reviewed scientific studies showing incredible health and anti-aging benefits of red light therapy and near-infrared light therapy, providing and proving that they can help you. This is advanced science around optimizing circadian biology through the specific timing of light exposure, meals, nutrient timing, and movement, plus many other factors. This is mind-blowing stuff that very few people have any idea about. And this is what we do. After you have eliminated the triggers of defense mode, you optimize your circadian rhythm and and switch your brain out of stress mode. Then you have step 2 to repair and recharge your brain. You can take all the supplements you want, rest all you want, lower your stress levels, and eat the best diet in the world. But if you do not take steps to build and rebuild your mitochondria, I believe you're still destined to be fatigued. And here is what we're going to do on a cellular level with light. My mission, my purpose is to show you exactly how to make that happen. So you be happy. To restore your own mental and cellular energy naturally. So you can expect higher levels of happiness. And this is the reason why you need my protocol, which includes phototherapy patches. Now are being your own tools. Here's what you buy using the attached link from my team member who has sent you this masterclass and who will provide you with a complete protocol along with our support. The tools you're gonna need, your light tools, are energy enhancer patches, 2 of them, Y8 system, 1 of it, silent night, 1 of it, a total value of $419.70 US with a 90-day LifeWave guarantee. Your bonus from us to you, coaching and support, because we want to help. Also, you get recipes, burning fat recipes to accelerate your energy. My goal is to over-deliver so much that people are literally blown away that they could get access to such powerful life-changing information for so little money. Do you really want to continue living half the life you are capable of for the next several decades because of chronic low energy levels? Isn't a life filled with energy worth a little investment? What could it be more than living a high energy life? Therefore, click the link we attached with this video and get your patches. Buy them now, get your energy tools. But you must order now because the class size is capped, and once our limit is reached, registration will shut down. I can only accept a very limited number of people into this program, and I'm not trying to manufacture scarcity by saying that. That's just the reality. Because my team of Energy Blue print coaches and I are answering questions in the members' Facebook group, I have to make sure that we have enough time to coach and guide every person who signs up for this program. Once the class sells out, which it will, that's it. I can't accept any more members. And we have had people emailing us in the past to get into this program, and we had to turn them down. We have to turn people away for a later date. If you have struggles with your energy levels, my goal is to help you, and I'm doing everything in my power to do that. I want to end with one last thought. What's your energy gonna be like? Full of it or empty? Which do you choose? Here's the most important thing I want you to understand. You can transform your energy levels. That's for sure. If you have been dealing with only mild fatigue, or you are already mostly healthy and you know to take things to the next level, you can transform your energy levels in just 90 days. Don't wait anymore. Think of the things you can do when you have the right energy. Our light energy coaches are here and waiting for you to join in, so you put a stop to this roller coaster and sign in. We're standing by you. So click the link we attached with this video before we close the class. Say goodbye to fatigue forever. Your energy matters. You say, yes, I want the protocol of chronic fatigue and tiredness in 90 days. If you say it, it's going to happen. Take care, and our blessings for my team. Buy your tool patches and let's get started.